Hey guys, welcome back to At Modern Maternity. I'm actually shooting this at the end of a Super Bowl gig. You're probably wondering, like, why are you wearing the Broncos shirt? And so actually we'll get to that because exactly 5 years ago, as I was saying, is the cycle that we did when my son was born, or when my son was conceived. And that year, the Broncos won. My husband and I both met. We met in Denver. And so it was just an amazing omen that the Broncos won. And so it's pretty cool that, 5 years later, this is my final IVF, and I'm doing it in the same month that I had my son. So if you want to go back to some of my old videos, I actually shot a video of when the Broncos won. And so I was so excited because I was like, this is a good omen and everything. So every year I always just wear a Broncos shirt. I'm not a huge football fan, but it's just something special between my husband and I, and so it's kind of a tradition that doesn't matter what team is playing, I'll just always wear a Broncos shirt. So this is to give you guys an update. I actually had my second ultrasound 3 days ago, so it's Sunday today. And I was on, at that point, 5 days of Stim meds. He had counted 12 follicles at my baseline ultrasound, which was great. And this time he counted 11, which is really good. I mean, I'm hoping they all will develop because then that'll be like our biggest number ever. So I've been on an additional 3 nights of Stim meds. I go back tomorrow, so we'll see where they're at. I also wanted to just give a breakdown of my protocol. I didn't really go into it in my last video. So I am on estrogen priming, and so I went into that a little bit. But basically that is to help all of the eggs hopefully grow at the same rate, which I think is really helping because of the high follicle rate at my second ultrasound. And if somebody is TMI or doesn't like TMI, you can just go ahead and fast forward. But so I'm sure a lot of you ladies know that are watching that anytime you have EWCM, and that means egg white cervical mucus, that means that you're ovulating and it's a good time to have intercourse. So when I went to the doctor last Friday and I went to the bathroom and I wiped, I actually had EWCM, and I even took a photo because I was so excited. I've never actually had it in any natural cycles or any IVF cycles before this. So I was like, well, this must be a good omen for this cycle because I actually have EWCM. And maybe it's because of the extra estrogen. That's probably what it's from. But I was just floored. I was like, wow, this is great, So, and I'm hoping it also means just better eggs or better quality eggs, which thus mean better embryos. So I'm like, fingers crossed, since this is our last cycle. So I also got my test results back for the natural killer cells test. So what it is your body produces white blood cells, and this specific test, which actually is from Reprosource Fertility Diagnostics, if you want to look it up, they actually test your blood for killer cells. And so the doctor said that anything below 10 is basically normal, but anything above that is considered abnormal. Mine was at a 14.5. So, obviously above the 10, so a little on the high side, and just based on my past 3 failures of implantation, he's like, might as well do the intralipids. So we do these intralipids, and this intralipid infusion, which they're gonna do it. I actually ordered the intralipids from my pharmacy, and it wasn't covered by my insurance, but it only came to like $62, so it wasn't too bad considering all the other costs with IVF medications. And what they're gonna do is sometime this week, I think I'm gonna schedule it tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know. They're gonna do an infusion of me before the transfer. So I don't know if it's gonna be like on the retrieval day or so I'll find out. I'll let you guys know. But it's gonna take about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's just you know, when people are in the hospital and they're like malnourished or they can't actually physically eat food, they put an IV of this intralipids in their body so their body can use it as food. And so the theory is that it's supposed to like tame the killer cells. So when the embryo gets into my body doesn't treat it as a foreign substance and then like tries to kill it off with the white blood cells. So I'm hoping this is what's been the problem, you know, or I mean, if anything, it'll help. So anyway, so I'm really glad my doctor suggested this test because I'm gonna get this intralipid fusion done and the infusion. And then so about a week after transfer, if I test positive for pregnancy, they'll do it again. And then he says that's gonna be good for the rest of the pregnancy. He said the clinic that he came from before, when he was the medical director over there, he has his own clinic now, that they would do it, I think every 4 weeks through the first trimester. But I guess there's been studies shown that it's fine if you do it a week before transfer and then like once after the first positive pregnancy test. So I have that going on. I also wanted to talk about, has also prescribed Lovenox to me. It's actually a blood thinner, and it's injections that you put into your stomach. I'm gonna find out a little bit more about what that's supposed to help with. I feel like it has something to do with, like, you know how baby aspirin is supposed to help. The doctor before this had me on that before my transfer, which is supposed to help with implantation, I believe. But I'm gonna get some more information from him tomorrow and I'll let you know what he says. But that happens, I start that the night of retrieval to prepare my body for transfer. So yeah, lots of different things. Because he has increased my Stim meds so much, I think that's why I'm also just growing a lot of follicles this time, which is great. I just, you know, the protocol he had me on before, I wasn't producing that many eggs, and I'm like, hey, this is my last go for it, like, just shoot me up, I don't care. I mean, obviously to the safest extent, but yeah, I was looking at my Stim meds in the cycle for when I had my son 5 years ago, and I think I was like literally on like 225 a day, you know, and now I'm like literally I was taking 600 a day for the first 4 days, and then it's 375 a day, and then every other day it's Menopur from when I started the 375 Stim meds. So yeah, but it's so far producing good results. I'll find out tomorrow what my follicle count is. I'm like, please, I hope all 11 are growing still. That would be amazing. And so yeah, that's pretty much the main update. I will update you guys after my ultrasound tomorrow. I'll ask about the Lovenox stuff. I should find out tomorrow about when my retrieval is gonna be. He might have me come in for another ultrasound, we'll see. But I feel like we're getting close. They have on my calendar any day from the 11th through the 14th, so I could even have retrieval on Valentine's Day. But I'm hoping to spend that day with my husband. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. It's kind of crazy. I'm here 5 years later, my Broncos shirt on, the same month. I'm just hoping these are all good omens for this next baby. I'm just like, please. So follow me on Instagram at Modern Maternity. Like and subscribe. Comment. If any of you are going through this, I am here with you. We're all IVF warriors. Yes, it's been a journey. If you're new and this is your first video you've seen, definitely check out my first video. I give an overall update of what happened to me in the last 2 years when trying for my second IVF baby. So definitely look at that. I will post videos still on my ectopic pregnancies, and I think I'll also post a video on the ERA and Receptiva DX test too. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, have a great week, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl. It was a good game. And talk to you tomorrow.